Today's video is going to be focused on the MDV folder. We are going to learn how to deploy it, get it into the fight so that you can use it to protect yourself or your loved ones. The big thing about the deployment of these folders is I do not advocate you utilizing a blade for any type of intimidation.
Just let me go.
Is that a knife? Is that a real knife?
Yes, it's a real knife.
My weakness, it's small knives.
Just let me go.
Anything but knives!
Always remember that in self-defense, the person should not know that you have a blade until it is directly inside of them. So, how do you do some manual opens? Now, on the MDV folder, we have two different features that allow us to manually open it. The first one is the triangle, and then the second one is that flipper here. When you use the triangle, it is in replacement of a thumb stud. If I were to try to place a thumb stud on the MDV folder, I would have had to make this triangle much larger, and I didn't want to increase the profile of the folder versus what it is right now. So all you're gonna do is, instead of utilizing an actual thumb stud, is place your thumb right on the top of that triangle, and this is going to allow you to open it up. Obviously, take the frame lock, press it across. That's going to allow you to close that. So first open is going to be a traditional forward grip open there. If you want to utilize the flipper itself, just understand that if you take a look at the side profile here, you have this handle split in half. The top half here is the lock bar. That lock bar, if you press down on it, it makes it very difficult for the knife to come out. So if I press this and then I try to hit the flipper, it's not gonna open up. And if it does, it's just gonna be only a little bit. You want as much pressure as possible to be placed on the bottom half of that handle, and then in turn you want to use your wrist to pop this out. You can, on this side, be anywhere on that handle because it does not cause any type of friction on the actual lock. So that is going to be how you use the flipper to open this into a forward grip. If you want to drop this into an ice pick grip or a reverse grip, same concept. Make sure that your grip is on the back half of this handle. Your thumb can be placed wherever you want on the other side. You're just going to drop your wrist down and open this up. So we have three different opens that are manual. You have the triangle that opens up here. You have the flipper that opens up there. And then you also have the reverse grip that opens up just like so. All right, so in this section, I want to cover the Bramp opening system. I'm obviously going to talk a little bit about the different carry positions, such as strong side, weak side, behind the belt buckle. Always remember that a fixed blade is always going to be a much faster access if you are carrying a blade for personal protection. Our MDV folder is designed to kind of bridge the gap between a utility folder as far as its speed of access and getting it into a fight and a fixed blade. If I were to just grab a fixed blade, it's right in the fight as soon as my hand touches that, and it's just kind of like ready to go. But with a actual fighting blade that is designed to open on the draw, you can be almost as fast, but it is still slower than that fixed blade. Now, taking a look at the MDV folder itself, there's a number of ways to open that, but when we start talking about the friction opening system, basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to create some sort of catch of this triangle as it opens. Anytime it touches a material and you create opposing resistance, what happens is it will open. So if I take my shirt and I do that, it's gonna open up. The first few things we talk about is kind of in-hand opening systems, or in-hand techniques. Now, why is that important? Because a lot of times you are trying to conceal it, and a lot of people think in a personal protection scenario or self-defense scenario, you'd be drawing it from your pocket or wherever you're concealing it. And that is true, But there are a lot of times when you foresee something that's just a little bit dangerous, and you know that walking into that scenario, you might have to defend yourself. If you feel that something's off, you can place the blade in your hand while it's still folded, and that's always going to be a faster access than if it was on your pocket, and it won't be as overt of a movement to bring the knife into this scenario. Okay, another thing that you can think about is, for those of you that like to run for fitness, you taking a folder like this, placing it in your hand, and then just doing a normal run is going to be very, very easy for you to do that. Some of you, your running gear doesn't really allow for a heavier object on you because it starts wearing down your clothing. As you notice from here, what happens is I'm going to draw this out of the pocket into my hand, and the way I did that was I just hooked my 2 fingers so that when that pulls directly out, there's no way for the opening system itself to catch and deploy the blade. Now, with this being in my hand, I have the ability to conceal it just like so. I can talk to someone, rotate this back. It's going to be very difficult for them to identify what's directly in my hand. Now, while it's here, it's going to be a couple different ways that you can deploy it. The first one is you're just going to draw your hand across this, and I usually take the bottom of my palm to do this, or my finger, and then I just rotate that out. And now from that position, my hand goes right on top. So that's the first deployment if I want a forward grip. And you'll notice that when I do this, I place my thumb along the top side of the handle itself, so I'm not on the lock bar. I don't want to depress that and cause the detent to hold the folder locked up. So I'm here, I just rotate that, and now that's open and it's ready to go. If you draw this out of your pocket, you have the ability to place it into an ice pick grip or a reverse grip, and the same concept is I'm just pinching right at the pommel swell here, that V pommel, and all I'm going to do is roll it forward, catch my hand, and now it's in an ice pick grip ready to go from that position. All right, so those are 2 in-hand opens that you can do. So let's talk about deploying from the pocket. And so we're going to deploy from the pocket this time, but now before we get into that, the easiest way to learn this is to do it while it's in hand. So all I do is I take my thumb and I place it near the large screw up here. I want to stay away from that lock bar, and then I just grip around the actual clip itself. Now, the easiest way to learn this is to place it into your pocket, and then you want to roll your palm away from your body, and then it's going to open in your hand, and then obviously you want to get a secure grip from that position. If you were to do the ice pick grip, all you do is you place it into your palm like this. You're grabbing that swell of the V pommel itself. You place the hook here, and then you're going to draw it in front, and you want to press your arm across just like that, and what's going to happen is it's going to place it into an ice pick grip. You can reinforce and work whatever is there. So talking about that, as far as the initial parts, I would work that with a trainer first, and then just get that used to opening it into your hand. Now, how do you do that from the pocket? While it's in my pocket here, I use my first finger to hook the actual clip, and I pull it into my hand, right? So like I almost want to like pull this out of my pocket, and my ring finger or my pinky finger is grabbing right at the V pommel, the swell there, and when it rotates out and I can feel that it locks into my hand, I roll my palm out, and it's going to automatically open, ready to go. And one of the cool things about the MDV folder itself is the hook itself allows me to draw this into a reverse grip while it's in my pocket. So my right hand, a strong side draw, normally with a friction opening system, also like an Emerson hook, that type of thing, you can draw that into a forward grip, and then if you wanted an ice pick grip, you'd have to switch the clip to the other side. You don't have to do that with the MDV folder. What you want to do is you just hook underneath where the hook itself is, so you're just underhooking that. When you want the reverse grip, I roll it up, and then as that happens, it will go right into an ice pick grip, just like that. You can do this from standing. You can also do it from a seated position, and it works out. Now, the opposite pocket, so the reverse pocket or your weak side pocket, one of the key features here is make sure that the folder is rotated all the way in front, so that now there's nothing in front of this. The reason for that is we understand that the friction lock catches here and it opens. So if I place this in my pocket to the rear and I place anything else in my pocket, it's gonna probably catch that triangle and start to open while it's in my pocket. Not exactly the safest thing in the world. So the thing is that I bring this all the way in front, and this is where it's gonna sit if I have it for a weak side draw. Now my weak side draw, I just grab the V pommel itself and I'm just gonna bring it across my body just like so. And now what happens is I have the ice pick grip or the reverse grip ready to go for that. So what happens is we're here and I have the behind the belt. Now when I do this, I grab where the pommel swell is itself, and the hook allows it to sit right on top of my belt. Now when I draw, I just want to roll it forward, and then it's going to catch and automatically open up there. Just like with a strong side pocket, I can place this behind the belt buckle and I can draw this across. Now when I draw this across, you want to roll your palm out, and that's going to allow you to catch that there. So once again, we have the behind the belt by rolling it across my body into a position like so, or I can place it behind the belt buckle and draw it into a traditional grip. If at any point you draw this out of your pocket and it does not engage, so meaning you want to draw it like this and for some reason it just doesn't catch properly, your malfunction drill is just going to be placing it back into that pocket, rolling that out, and you'll be able to catch that there. And so you can do that. You can use your shirt, you can use your hand, what have you. Just get the blade into play because you're obviously drawing it for a particular reason to protect yourself or somebody that you care for. Make sure that you're practicing. If you have the ability to, I would always use a trainer so that you don't cut yourself, and then when you're really comfortable with that, then transition to the actual blade itself. One of the things that happened while we were filming this video was the release of the MDV Folder Lite. What this version represents is a budget-friendly or budget-conscious version of the MDV Premium folder, and it does change a couple of features on it that would affect the deployment of the MDV Folder Lite. So what I wanted to do was take a couple minutes and start to talk about how to deploy this out of your pocket, a number of ways to do it in your hand, and anything that would be a little bit of a difference between this and the V2 or the original MDV folder. There is very few big differences between this folder and the premium one. You're gonna obviously notice pricing, but the main reason for that is the pommel or the bottom of the knife here is no longer its own separate piece. So you're not gonna get a glass breaker with this one, and there is no taper or swelling as it goes down the handle. So this is gonna be completely flat as you grab that. The MDV hook does provide some sort of ledge or some sort of contact for you to get a positive grip that you wouldn't find on other folders, but it is not as pronounced as the premium version. The other thing that you're gonna notice is that it has G10 scales, it is 8CR steel, and the lock is no longer a frame lock, it is now a liner lock. The thing that you would want to know about that is that there is no longer any reason for you to worry about causing pressure on the lock bar when you grab the knife, which is something that I did talk about earlier in this video. So we have a liner lock here, and in turn what happens is it is to the opposite side. So just make sure that you get used to pulling your thumb towards your palm. That's going to close that, and it goes in. So same type of opening system. It's a Bramp friction opening system. The thing is that all of your grips and draws are going to be the same. You can actually place that into your hand using your thumb to open this up. You have the ability to use your finger to do so. If you do that, just make sure they go in opposite directions so that you have the ability to deploy the blade properly. And then the other thing is that from your pocket, just like the premium version, I can draw this into a forward grip, or I have the ability to draw it into a reverse grip, which is the option that I tend to use most often. All of those should be practiced as many times as possible with the trainer. The trainer is the exact same as that folder itself, G10 scales, aluminum blade itself, the pommel itself is just one piece. Everything's the same, lock is the same, except you have a dull blade here. Make sure that you understand that it is pointy enough. I'm pretty sure that you would be able to kill somebody with this if you were to do the soft squishy parts of the skull really hard. So just make sure that you're careful with that. But it is dull enough for you to practice all of your training with. So you can find the trainer and the actual knife itself on skallywagtactical.com. You can find the premium blade there. Check out the new versions. I would say that if you're looking for a budget conscious version, a streamlined version that doesn't have all the bells and whistles of the first one, that you're probably going to want to grab one of these. If you're looking for a blade that you're not going to have to replace, I would focus on the premium version. If you purchase anything on skallywagtactical.com, make sure that you use the code ELITEU. It's going to give you 10% off your purchase. If you have any questions, shoot it into the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.